Well, hi there, it's Andrew Bell, and it's great to be with you once again as we continue with very buoyant real estate conditions here on the Gold Coast for our residential, commercial and new projects real estate markets. As I mentioned in my last update, I had a good look over the budget and fundamentally there were no major issues for the property market. On the supply side, there were, for the first time, incentives for downsizers, where proceeds from a seller's family home can be contributed into the superannuation fund, but capped at $300,000. New rules apply to the National Affordability Housing Agreement, which is already in place, but pleasingly will continue. This should, in theory, add to the supply of properties nationally, although this is too difficult to measure in advance. Funding for community housing has seen a substantial boost with the establishment of the National Housing Finance and Investment Corporation. This has been designed to source funds for lending to the community housing organisation at lower rates on longer terms. There's not a lot that federal governments can actually do to add to the supply of housing, as it's more of a state and a local government issue. Now, on the other side of the coin, there have been some changes that buyers should take note of. Most importantly, first home buyers have been given a leg up to assist with their savings for a deposit via a new First Home Buyers Super Savings Scheme, whereby first home buyers can salary sacrifice their income directly into the same account as their superannuation. This is capped at $15,000 per annum and with a $30,000 total. We're seeing a significant increase in activity amongst first home buyers at present, which is great to see. A major relief to many investors with negligible changes to negative gearing. There were slight changes such as investors no longer able to include travel associated with their investment property as a deduction, and some changes to depreciation, which excludes items such as dishwashers, ovens and hot water systems. Other than that, there were really no major changes. Now, further measures were also brought in to regulate foreign buyers, not to stop them from buying, but rather to profit from them, where the government announced a new $5,000 levy on foreign-owned properties that are left vacant for at least 6 months over a year, as well as ensuring foreign buyers are exempt from capital gains tax exemptions. Developers of new projects can only sell 50% of their development to foreign buyers, but that pretty much sums that up. Now, I don't think that there has ever been a budget in the history of government that has resulted in everyone being happy. If you think of all the massive array of interest groups such as every single taxpayer in Australia, companies paying tax, charities, medical research groups, schools, pensioners, the military, sporting groups, first home buyers, hospitals, and so the list goes on and on and on. How could it be that every single individual or group would be happy for the one budget outcome? The reality is, if you were to give more money to any one of those groups, it means others would get less, and so it is one mighty juggling act. However, it does appear that this budget has gone through without any major uproar and is considered as a fairly well-balanced budget. Great timing as well. It dovetails into the forecast by the Reserve Bank of Australia, the Treasury and the federal government themselves, and even the International Monetary Fund, who are all forecasting good growth ahead for Australia. The forecast is we could be getting into the 3+% bracket. That means we can really look forward to significantly better budget next year off the back of higher tax receipts, which of course will stimulate even more activity in the economy. It was only 6 or so months ago that we were talking about the possibility of a recession. We all seem to be well past that and are now really looking forward to seeing some great momentum in the economy. From a real estate perspective, both the budget and these forecasts would suggest that there is no real reason to see a significant downturn in the economy affecting our market. And so we'll keep an eye on interest rates and more restrictions by APRA on lending, and perhaps just buyer fatigue as the only things to take further momentum out of the real estate market moving forward. I will also take this opportunity to give you the heads up on our annual Ray White Surfers Paradise Muscular Dystrophy Ball. Dates are locked in for the 9th of September. We recently announced the dates on our Facebook page and we really have been shocked by nearly a third of the tables booked out even before the formal invitations. I guess this is a big endorsement of the ball and the fun night that it is for all. please get in contact with us as soon as possible so we can get your table booking in. Selena Carson, our board coordinator's details are on screen right now. Well, that's it for this week. As always, stay safe, and I look forward to being with you in a fortnight's time.